Hey, you're right, welcome to another video. If you haven't been here before, my name is Georgia Jo and this is my channel where I talk all things books. So today I'm actually going to go to the library. I'm going to a new library that I've not been to before. So I think this is the case in all of the UK, but if you join your local library, you can use your library card at any of the libraries that come under your council. So I want to say there's like 15 or 20, something like that, in my council. So this one is a little bit further out. I think it's maybe about a 25-minute drive, but it looks like it's a lot bigger than the library closest to me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going, having a little mooch. I have got a couple of books that I want to get. So firstly, we've got Carrie by Stephen King. So this is my book club pick for this month. Or it wasn't my pick, it was my younger sister's, but that's our book club pick for this month. And I want to get it out in the library just in case I don't enjoy it, because I've never read a Stephen King book before, so I don't want to waste money if I don't enjoy it, you know. And then also I'd love to get another Kristen Hannah book, because I read The Women a couple of months ago and really enjoyed it. So I want to have another, you know, see if it was a fluke or did I actually enjoy Kristen Hannah's writing. So yeah, they're the only two books I want to get, but I don't know, I might end up coming out with more than that. I might only get the two, maybe I'll come out with 10, who knows. But yeah, let's go to the library and have a little mooch. The library. I actually came out with 4 books, but I don't think I really ended up filming a lot. We'll find out. Well, you'll have seen the bits that I filmed by now, but yeah, because it was a new library, I was a little bit nervous about filming. There was a few people there and I didn't really know my way around, so yeah, I didn't really film probably as much as I wanted to, but I know I still got a few clips. But yeah, I was a little bit nervous, so maybe next time I go I'll manage to film a bit more. But yeah, I did end up coming out with 4 books. So we did get Carrie by Stephen King. I actually, when I went in, just asked someone, because I had him reach around and I thought, I don't know where anything is. I don't even know what genre this book is, first of all, so I don't know why I didn't sort of look into it before I went. But I thought maybe Stephen King books might be in like the modern classics bit, or I didn't really know, or the like thriller section, but I wasn't really sure. Genuinely, I had no idea, so I just went to the desk and asked if they had it in stock, and he did. First of all, he was very surprised that I was asking. He was like, people just normally look online, it's been so long since I've asked someone to check. And I thought, oh bless him, that's like what the librarians do all day if no one's asking about books, you know, just organising the books. I don't know. Anyway, they did have it. It was in the horror section, so it is a horror book. And yeah, I don't really know anything about this. It's just the book that my sister chose, so this is what I'm reading this month. But I'm glad I found it at least. So we've got that one. And then there was only one Kristen Hannah book. I didn't ask for this, I just looked for it. First of all, I don't think I got a video of this, but there was a section that said romance at the top. Completely blank shelves. There was like 2 sets of shelves completely blank, so I don't really know where all the romance books were. But I don't know if Kristen Hannah would come under romance, but anyway, there was only one Kristen Hannah book and it was in the general fiction section, and it was True Colours. I don't know anything about this book. It's not one that I've seen people talk about on here, but like I say, it was the only option, so I thought, well, I'll give it a go and see if her writing is something that I enjoy, or if The Women was just an amazing book, you know. So yeah, I don't really know much about it. I think it's going to be another literary fiction, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, True Colours by Kristen Hannah. And then I got 2 that weren't necessarily on my radar, but I ended up picking up anyway. The third one is Cursebound by Sarah L. Arifi. So I have read Feybound and I enjoyed it. I think I gave it 3 stars, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy the other 2 books in the series yet. So I thought once I saw this, I thought, good idea, let's get that out. If I read this and I enjoy it, then I'll probably buy this one, my own copy, and the third one. I can't remember what the third one's called. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I thought if I read this and then I enjoy it, then I know that I enjoy that series. I read it a bit ago and like I say, I gave it 3 stars, but I don't know really if I wanted to carry on the series. So at least this will give me a good indication on if I wanted to carry it on or not before I end up buying it, you know. Always best to go to your library first before I commit to spending my own money. So yeah, Cursebound by Sarah L. Arifi is the next book that I got. This is a fantasy series, by the way, don't know if I said that. It's a really, really popular series, with Feybound being the first one. I can't really remember much about it. I feel like it was like a female sort of warrior who ended up going to, and I feel like did she grow up always thinking Fae were like the bad guys, and then she ended up finding herself with a load of Fae, maybe, and she falls in love with one of them, potentially. I can't really remember, honestly. I hope I've not spoiled anything there. I mean, I am completely spitballing, so if I have spoiled something for you, that was not on purpose, because I genuinely don't know if that's true or not, or if I'm just getting all different books mixed up. But anyway, this is definitely the second one in the series, so I'm going to read this and then figure out if I actually enjoy the series. So that was the third book I got. And then last but not least, this is a completely rogue choice. So once I got told where the Carrie was by Stephen King, I had a little mooch in the horror section, which is not something I would normally pick up. I think the only book that would come under the umbrella of horror would be Dracula, which obviously comes under a classic, but I think it's comes under being a horror. I think that's the only horror book I've ever read. It's not a genre I would choose normally. It's not something I gravitate towards. Even films, like horror films, are not something I ever watch. I don't mind a gore, I don't mind the sort of scary scenes. It's the jumping, it's being made to jump, I don't like it. This is going to sound really dramatic, but it genuinely makes me cry. When I'm made to jump, it makes my anxiety go through the roof, and it makes me cry. I can't explain it. Even if someone makes me jump in real life, it makes me cry. So I think, why would I want to watch something that I know is going to make me, like, my heart start racing, and it's going to make me uncomfortable, and it's most likely going to make me upset? What's the point? So yeah, it's not something I would choose to watch nor read. But this one intrigued me, I can't lie. So it's called William by Mason Coyle, and it sounds like it's basically about William, who is a man-made person. So this husband and wife live in a house, and the husband made this man for his wife. I don't really know what his purpose was, but he basically ends up sort of going against what he was made for. He kind of becomes his own personality. It reminds me of, I think there was a TV program a few years ago, I'm sure it was on like Channel 4 or something. Was it called Humans? And it was about sort of robots that were made to be like servants in the house, like help look after the kids, do the cleaning, that type of thing. And then they ended up getting their own personality, I feel. Something like that. In fact, I'm going to read the synopsis because I feel like I can't really do it justice. There's something strange about William. It's not that his skin feels like balloon rubber and is the colour of curdled milk, nor is it his thick gurgling laugh or the way his tongue curls towards his crooked top teeth. It is the way he looked at Henry's wife, Lily. Henry created William, but he's starting to lose control of him. As William's fixation with Lily grows and threatens to bring harm to their house, Henry has no choice but to destroy William. But William isn't gone. He lurks behind each locked door. You can hear him muttering in the eaves of the attic. He is whispering in Henry's head, and he will be the one to take control. That sounds so good. I'm really excited to read it. I know it's going to be creepy. I'm definitely going to have to read it when it's light out, because I think I won't sleep. I'll be thinking there's someone in my house probably. but maybe I'll read it when I'm going on a trip soon with my sisters and my mum. Maybe I'll read it there, although I think it's a month away, so it might have run out by then at the library. Anyway, I'm definitely going to read it in the daylight, and maybe I'll read it in work on my lunch breaks. Maybe that'll be my option. Yeah, I'm not going to read it at night when it's dark. Luckily we're in summer, so it gets dark very, very late, so at least I've got a long time to read it during the day. But yeah, it's not one I'm going to read before I go to bed. But yeah, I'm really excited to read it. I think it's going to be a little bit creepy. It's going to probably scare me. Maybe I won't even finish it, who knows. But I definitely wanted to pick it up. I was really intrigued. I also think what a cool cover. I just think it looks really cool. It just looks creepy, doesn't it? It looks so unsettling. Danger can't be locked out if it's already inside. That's what it says on the front. Oh, I'm excited to read it. So yeah, that was the 4th book I got out at the library, and they were the only 4 that I got out. So I actually think I did quite well, because sometimes I will get like 10 books out and I just don't end up reading them. It's so silly getting them out. I think I'm gonna start limiting myself to 5. I think you get them for 3 weeks, so if I limit myself no more than 5, obviously I only got 4 out this time, no more than 5, and then I can always go back. You know, it's not like it's a one-time thing. The library is always there. But it doesn't, I wish they were open on Sundays. That's what I really wish, because I would love just a nice Sunday go into the library. It just sounds perfect, but they don't open on Sundays. So anyway, that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and also I hope you go and use your local library. They do have, at my library, they have what's called Borrow Box. I think most libraries subscribe to some kind of ebook, audiobook subscription like plan. Mine has Borrow Box. I know a lot of other libraries, I see people on here talk about Libby a lot. So ask your local library, because it has, my Borrow Box has so many good books on there, and it's completely free. There's loads of ebooks on there. I think if you have a Kindle Fire or an iPad, like some kind of like tablet, or your phone, you can it's an app on there, and you can just read ebooks off it. On your phone, I think it's now I find it a little bit hard to read books on there, so don't necessarily end up getting the ebooks out. But if you have a tablet, you can read the ebooks on there. But even the audiobooks, they're so good. I just realized they called audiobooks, but what's another kind of audiobook? I guess you could get the actual CD, I suppose. But anyway, they have loads on there. I'm at the moment, I'm waiting for 3. You can get 3 out at a time, and I'm waiting for all 3. One being Our Bones Are Buried in the Midnight Soil, I think it's called, which only came out recently, and I've got it for, I think it's the 2nd of August I get the audiobook. So that's what I mean, where it's got so many books on there and new releases. Yeah, I'd really recommend, first of all, going to your local library, and second of all, asking if they are subscribed to something like that, because I'd really recommend it. Anyway, that is the end of today's video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did and you'd like to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But other than that, I will see you in a bit.